Should you buy this crypto dip? Let's talk about it. Let's do a sentiment check together. Be sure to comment how you feel about crypto and be honest. I would like to know everybody's opinion, how they feel about the market. Are you bearish? Are you bullish? Do you feel we're hopeless? Do you have hopium? I want to know everybody's opinions in the comments, right? So we are opening up Monday in the red again. And this is the reason that I was kind of waiting to make that video that I wanted to make yesterday, because I didn't truly believe in the strength that we were seeing in the market. Because normally when we see strength in the market on Sunday, it turns out to be a dump on Monday, right? So in this video, we're going to be going over a few things, right? We'll go over the sentiment, we'll go over a few charts, and we're also going to go over the trenches, right? The sentiment of, in my opinion, this matters, right? Of people that actually have a voice in crypto, right? How do they feel about crypto, right? We're gonna go over everything from an institutional standpoint to retail, guys. Let's get into the video. So first and foremost, you already know we got to go over this Bitcoin liquidation heat map chart, right? And you can see we have a strong bar of liquidity here at 92,000, right? So this is the daily. It's a good chance that the BTC chart could continue to go lower, right? Maybe to trap some of those longs, people who still have hope that we will go higher. I will say this, if we go here to the weekly chart is still giving us that liquidity bar here at 95, but it's not much strength. And at this point, I want to be honest with you guys, there's not much leverage in the market, right? People are pretty much on the sidelines, and I'll get to that a little bit later in the video. But the monthly liquidation heat map chart is which most concerning, because it runs parallel and coincides what we're seeing from the global liquidity chart, right? The loss of liquidity on that M2 chart has served of something that can give us any, I don't want to say it's going to happen, but, and we talked about this in the council, right? My guy, salute to my guy Mike, he was talking about the liquidation heat map, right? But a lot of the charts even he posted are showing that it's a good chance that we go back down to 80K, and this map has a liquidity bar at 70K. I don't think we go down to 70K, guys, but there is lack of strength in the market, right? There is a very bad sentiment in the market, and then we have macro fears on top of the the government potentially could sell the Silk Road Bitcoin. So just look. This just when going over stuff like this, you gotta take everything into consideration. Now that's just bear hopium, right? I got bull hopium for you guys. Don't trip. We got some bull hopium, right? Because it's not all doom and gloom. But this chart is showing that we lack strength, right? And that we could trade somewhere between 90 and 100K for a while, maybe 85 and 100K for a month or so, right? But a lot of people are sleeping on the Trump inauguration, right? Because many people think it's going to be a buy the rumor, sell the news event. What if it's a buy event? What if it's a buy event? What if he comes out here and says some really bullish things and it becomes a buy event? So, just take that in consideration, that the market usually always does the opposite. Now, in my opinion, the full reset is not over yet. Go here and swing to the crypto market RSI heat map. And on the weekly, we still can come a little bit lower to those oversold level for the altcoins. So these are for my altcoins lovers. You can see here, if we go to the daily, it's the 12-hour, my apologies, the daily, a lot of stuff is resetting on the daily. So this is good. This is good. So to answer the question at the beginning, would I buy this dip? I would personally start to, and if I had the extra money, I want to make it clear, I've been buying crypto for a while, right? So I don't have extra money to just continue to buy the dip. I keep it real and tell you guys that. But if I was just getting into the market and I'm doing my research and I'm having confidence that this could be a pretty nice phase in 2025 for crypto altcoins, I would start to gradually find my initial entries, right? Because the 24-hour chart is showing us that we are oversold here. I would full port, right? If we get all of these altcoins here on the weekly in the oversold area, that's when it's like, okay, I need to start finding my allocation. So in my opinion, the full reset is not over. We need a lot of these altcoins, the XRPs, the HR bars, the SUIs, XLMs, to come down here under this RSI yellow line here. We need them to come in the week or oversold area, because that's when people, smart traders, smart wallets, that's when they see the value, right? And they're not buying crypto right now. And I'm going to get into that, but they're not buying crypto right now. KOL, smart wallets, we're going to talk about, they're not buying crypto right now. They're probably looking at the same thing that I'm looking at. And they're just like, ooh, we almost saw our sweet spot. So I would gradually start. I wouldn't just full port anything yet. I still feel like there's a lot of heat in the market. But if this weekly chart for altcoins starts to head over here into the week and oversold level, and the altcoin index goes down, right, and goes into Bitcoin season, and the fear and greed index also goes down, right, these have heavy implications on buying the dip, right, because now you're truly getting value for your altcoins, right? This is a game where it's all about getting the best value, right? And if we're truly in a correction, if we're truly in a black swan event with all this LA stuff going on, and what's happening with Trump, right, this could open a lot of opportunity if you have the extra money on the side. Now, if you've already overextended and you got your blue chips and you got your altcoins and you just forced to just chill and wait, or you could turn in your chips and be like, you know what, I've had enough of the crypto market, I'm done, I'm out, right? So you got to make that decision yourself, right? Because only you know your situation, right? I have so many people that send me messages asking me, Millie this, Millie that, and I always tell them the same thing, like, do what's best for you. You know your situation. Stop basing your situation off what I am doing or what your favorite crypto YouTuber is doing. Like, take the information in, utilize the tools, but go out there and do your own research and use your own intuition based on your situation, all right? And let the words of the wise be efficient, all right? So the AI bubble is starting to lose strength, right? The AI bubble is starting to lose strength. You got people on crypto Twitter complaining about leaving Solana and headed to XRP. Side note, that meme coin that I promoted has been doing pretty good, right? It went up to like a $30 million market cap from when I made the video. So I'm like 3x up from when I originally got into the project. So you guys, you have your opinions on ads. Another good one, right? Just like micro was another good one, right? So now it's at 30 million. A lot of people are starting to migrate from Solana and head over to XRP. So I did a video yesterday, well, the day before yesterday, showing you guys how to buy XRP meme coins. This is just meme coins. Just imagine when AI agents come to XRP, utility tokens come to XRP. Right now, you want to learn how to navigate across this ecosystem, right? But I don't want to get into that. The AI bubble is starting to lose strength. How do I know this? Because I'm in the trenches. I'm in the trenches each and every day. And the one thing that's killing these new projects are greedy devs, greedy insiders, and greedy retail, right? The snipers are killing new projects. They don't give a fuck, right? The greedy devs from Web 2 are coming into Web 3 and LARPing AI plays, right? These guys probably don't even have no resume, but people are buying their bullshit ass AI shit, and it's all going down, right? It's all going, it shoots up and then it all goes down. So the AI is a bubble. Yes, you're gonna make a lot of money in AI, but you gotta take your profits. Give what the market, take what the market gives to you. I said this in the J5 Council. I said, guys, like, what normally we would probably get 10x's off launches and 15x's, but because there's so much froth in the market, you only getting 2x's and 3x's. Take those profits off the table and move on, right? Because this is not the market to be trying to hold on to your short-term plays, right? I'm not talking about plays of conviction. I'm talking about short-term. So at the end of the day, if you're trading, if you're in the trenches, this is for the people that's in the trenches. If you're buying spot, this is not for you. But if you're in the trenches, right, be aware that right now it's a lot of greedy devs, greedy insiders, and greedy retail, and they will dump on you. They do not fucking care, right? So if you ain't built for that, don't even go into that environment, because you could possibly lose money, right? There's money to be made, but it's easy to lose money as well. But that's what I'm personally seeing inside the trenches. You can see DeFi AI is starting to take some of the mind share. AI mind share is down 48%. So I just said this, like, yeah, AI can pump really, really fast, but just as fast as it can pump, it can dump. This is why I said in the council, I'm looking at animal tokens. I'm looking at other utility plays outside of AI because check it out, guys. Just like we talk about RSI for crypto charts and things of that sort, the same could be said for narratives, right? Right now, the AI narrative is overbought. So it's not the time to be trying to buy into it unless you have a conviction play. Maybe Pythia, maybe Digimon, maybe Max, right? These AI plays that you want to hold long term, but they're correcting. Those are the ones that you say, okay, I'm gonna buy the dip. But if it's like something you just wanted to make a quick buck from, get up out of that and start to move on, right? Take your profits, cut your losses. You got to stand on your strategy. You got to stand on business. You can't be afraid to cut losses, right? Cut losses and never go to the chart again. That's what I do. Another thing I'm noticing is that a lot of our KOLs, influencers, and VC wallets, guess what they're not doing? They're not buying crypto. They're not buying the dip right now, right? Alex Becker hasn't bought anything in almost a full week, right? These guys are not buying anything. They've bought their tokens and they're holding spot, which tells me is that they feel like the market could go down lower. They'll buy. They have the money to buy. I mean, these guys are millionaires. They got the money to buy, but why aren't they buying? Because they think the market will go down lower. That's why they're not buying. They're waiting for the RSI on the weekly to reset. That's the smartest thing to do when buying spot and buying its tokens long term. Just wait for the weekly RSI to reset, right? So I'm not really seeing anybody buy the dip right now as far as spot holders, right? These are long-term holders. Now, yeah, on Solana, them dudes still, they is some degens. They still trading, but on ETH, on base, I'm seeing a lot of spot buys holding over time. But if you're in the Patreon, y'all know Alex Becker was buying every couple of days, right? We was tracking his wallet and posting those updates. He hasn't been buying anything, right? Zach, our Talbot Whales, all of these guys, Murad, they're just chilling right now, which tells me there's a good chance that they think either the market could go down lower and they're looking to buy then, or they're just skeptical of the market. They're not selling. I want to make it clear. They're not selling. They're also not buying. Snipers and insiders are destroying new launches. We talked about that. But let's talk about the weakness in the market of what we're seeing from BTC, right? Because BTC is really showing no strength right now, and this could possibly be the real shakeout before we see that post-halving run that everybody's waiting on. Now, BTC here is still holding our indicator, right? Still printing green. It's still holding our 25 EMA, which is about 76,000. We know this 25-day EMA is a magnet, right? So if Bitcoin doesn't gain any strength, it's a good chance that it's going to come retest our magnet, which is sitting here at 76,000. On the flip side, the good thing about the 25 EMA is it's rising with the chart. So hopefully Bitcoin can regain its strength. It really just needs a catalyst right now. And I think that catalyst is going to be what Trump says at the inauguration, right? As far as the Bitcoin dominance, you can see it's starting to go back up, right, and put in a reversal. It hasn't broken this trend line, but if it breaks this trend line on a weekly, we'll know at the end of the week and prints a confirmation candle. This could be deadly for altcoins, because this means that Bitcoin, the dominance, people are still rolling their money into Bitcoin as a safe haven because they believe that the altcoins are showing weakness. We've seen this last cycle, right, where we had to fake out to the downside, and then the right here, we had to fake out to the downside, and right around here, right, December, January, we had to fake out to the downside. Everybody thought altcoin season was going to start, and then the Bitcoin dominance flew back up, and then it capitulated after double topping, right? That could be the case here, where we have one more last rise to about 60% and higher for the Bitcoin dominance, shakes the fuck out of the market, scares so many people. Everybody's going to be saying it's over, we topped out, and then the Bitcoin dominance capitulates, right, and heads back down, and we get the altcoin season that everybody wants to see. But you got two type of people right here, right? And this is what I'm seeing all across the market. You got the people that think the Bitcoin dominance will continue to go up, right? Bitcoin moves in waves based on ETF institution and boomer bid. We know that we got ETFs, but it hasn't been really helping because it's increasing the Bitcoin dominance. He says all we get now is pocket of PvP on specific chains, alts at a time, and rotating door of metas. This is what's happening, right? We're not really seeing an altcoin season, guys. We're seeing a rotation between metas, right? Gaming gets hot, everybody starts buying gaming tokens. AI gets hot, everybody starts buying AI tokens. Animal meme coins and meme coin cultures get hot, everybody starts buying meme. That's what we're seeing. We're actually seeing this, right? We never get an altcoin season again. Hordes of retail never truly come back. This is deep. This is deep because I'm in the trenches. And this is what I am seeing. Now, the hopium here is that the Bitcoin dominance will drop hard, which we just talked about. We will be aligned more with what we've seen in previous cycle. I'm hoping history repeats itself, and we will get a version of altcoin season this cycle. Hordes of new retail and capital will flow in flooding crypto. I still believe this will happen. I still believe this will happen because when people see people making lucrative money and gains in crypto, it's going to spread like the forest fires, and we're going to see a lot of people come into crypto, right? But right now, this is what's happening. The first. I know, right? I know. You're watching this like, damn, Millie, but I'm telling you in the trenches, this is what's happening. The first option. I want the second option to happen. I truly believe it can happen. Let me know in the comments if you believe. But right now, this is what's happening, and we got to just be realistic, right? We're also getting outflows on BlackRock spot ETFs. BlackRock is selling, right? So this is causing major fear inside the market. But guys, their job is to make money for their consumers and retail. Their job is not to hoard Bitcoin, right? They're not hoarding Bitcoin, right? Their clients either want to buy Bitcoin or they want to sell Bitcoin, right? They're they're like the middleman, right? You know what I mean? You're the culture, you know what I'm talking about. They like the middleman, right? They not they getting what the custos want. If the custos want to buy, they buy. They want to sell, they can't hold their crypto. They want to sell, they got to sell. So guys, don't look too much into this. At the end of the day, when you see them ETF inflows coming in, you know people have interest in that retirement money is coming in. But right now, this is causing fear and FUD on top of what we've seen from the government and potential them selling the Bitcoin from Silk Road. So long-term spot traders and KOLs have stopped buying the dip. We talked about this, right? We talked about how everybody's watching the market, but no one's really acting, not just yet. I follow a lot of top wallets, and they have not spot traders, right? I'm not talking about snipers and degens. I'm talking about people who buy into cryptos spot and just hold them, right? Like Alex Becker does, right? But they're not buying. They're not selling, but they're also not buying. And great post here from Meeks. Salute to my boy Meeks. Says Onchain AI will fly in a couple months. Doesn't matter what happens next. It matters what happens at the time. Q1 is bullish for ETH, which means it's bullish for Onchain AI. I've seen a partnership with Hedera and NVIDIA, right? And then a lot of people are sleeping on this, but this is a very, very bullish partnership. And this is an example of on-chain AI, right? Because infrastructure, right? The ability for AI agents to handle tasks on chain is real utility, right? We love our AI chatbots and they talk and they give insight, but whenever, if you got an AI agent, right? Managing your portfolio, making trades while you're on your yacht, chilling, right? While you at your job, you know what I'm saying? Chilling, right? You ain't got to do nothing because your AI agent is doing your taxes, right? Handling your trading, right? Managing your portfolio, right? Managing your finances. It can get deeper than that, but I'm just giving you guys surface level things that these AI agents will be able to do on chain. Those are the type of projects, if you're in the trenches, that you want to be looking at right now. And that's what I'm doing. I'm starting my research. I'm working to find the best of AI agents that actually handle tasks on chains. If you know any, let me know in the comments. But that's pretty much the new meta. And of course, we got to talk about the macro fears before we end this video. Hopefully it wasn't too long. I wanted to cover everything. DXY is pumping. It's above our indicator and our 25 EMA. But we're going to talk about why this is not necessarily bullish. Excuse me. This is why the DXY is not necessarily bearish. Then we got the XHB home builders. And I told you guys about this. I told you, look at the job market, job data that we get. We got some CPI and all that stuff happening this week. And then look at the XHB chart, the SPDR home builder chart. This is getting wrecked. The indicator has turned red, and this is potentially foreshadowing that we could be headed into recessionary fears, right? It seems like they're going to leave Trump a shithole for him to fix, and he's going to have to turn on the money printer, right? He's going to have to turn on the money printer because a lot of this stuff is starting to lose strength, and you don't want the job market to lose strength and the real estate market to lose strength, because that is a sign that we could possibly go into recession. You can see here Coinbase holding this indicator by the skin of his teeth, man. The skin, right? It's holding it. But we're right here at support, guys. So even in the stock market, I would pay attention to the crypto stocks, but also the home builders market and stuff like the DXY, right? And maybe the VIX, right? The VIX is rising as well, which is, in my opinion, bearish, right? You don't want the VIX to rise. You want the VIX to come down, right? You want that volatility to go down. So that's just pretty much what I'm seeing from a macro point of view. These are the things that we have headed this week. We got CPI on the 15th. We got the Trump inauguration on the 20th. Then we got the FOMC meeting on the 29th. And then I want to talk about these catalysts that people are forgetting, right? This is the major catalyst that could send us higher, right? This is the ultimate hopium. So if you're still here and you're still watching the video, this is what you waited for, right? The good news, right? These are the catalysts, right? Salute to Gami Chan for posting this, right? We're going to have a president mentioning Bitcoin regulated, bullish. MicroStrategy is headed to NASDAQ. The Fed is in a great position with room to juice it whenever, right? So the Fed is in a position where they're kind of like keeping inflation in the bubble, right? Because of they stopped doing the Fed cuts, right? So this is kind of like calming that inflation. So at some point they're going to turn on the money print, and they cannot have this market collapse headed into tax season. 3 to 5% inflation is excellent for BTC. A strong DXY means fuel to pump us when it fails. So when the strength of the dollar is rising up, right, people are starting to move money into fiat. They're moving their risk on assets into fiat, right? But guess what? When the money printer goes on, they'll take that same fiat and put it back into risk assets, will make us pump even harder. So the harder that we fall in a bull run, meaning that this is a bullish environment, the more fuel we get from the pump. For the pump, Fed needs to get rates down because they are running a deficit on interest. Just talked about that. They have to. Even if they don't get rates down, the $1 trillion in interest they pay offsets that. We need global liquidity to continue to rise, right? Crypto is based on liquidity. The credit cycle hasn't even started yet. That's an interesting one. And guys, let me know in the comments what you think about the credit cycle. I don't know too much about that, but let me know what you think about that. Many other countries like China are stimulating in global liquidity set to rise. That's what I was just saying, right? The global liquidity, it was on like a only up, type of chart, but it did a small correction and it scared a lot of fucking people. I don't know why people think charts just go up, but yes, even the global liquidity chart can correct. And we've only just 2 months ago started the greatest number go up technologies ever, which is crypto and AI, guys. Yes, you are starting to see Web2 companies create pump.fund shitters, right? And I don't even know if a lot of these companies even need a token, but it seems that they're trying to generate income, right? Liquidity for their AI projects. So everybody right now is creating something in AI, creating some type of AI agent, right? They're dropping a token behind it in order to fully, because a lot of this stuff isn't even dropped yet, right? They got platforms that haven't even came out. They're in beta. They need money to actually create this stuff. So I think that's what's happening. The only thing is you got a lot of scammers that's doing the same thing, stealing people's Twitter pages, creating fake technology, LARPs, right? Creating fake technology, right? Technology that doesn't do anything, right? And people buying this token think that they're thinking that this is the next AI gem when it's absolutely not. So the AI, I've made some quick games, short term games in AI, but I know it's a bubble. I know most of it is bullshit, and I'm here to tell you that most of it's bullshit, right? I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, AI is the next big thing. Most of that shit is bull. Only like 10% of that will make it. The rest of it is gonna die. It is what it is. So, guys, these are catalysts. Let me know what y'all think about the video. Are you bearish? Are you bullish? I just went over the entire sentiment, what I am seeing firsthand from the trenches, right? This is what you're getting firsthand, right? This is not like me watching other people and then making a video. This is firsthand, me in the trenches, what I'm seeing. I'm tapped in. If you are on X, you see me in doing all type of stuff. So guys, follow me on X, right? You might get some alpha. You might see me hanging in the space. You might see me buy a small altcoin, right? Or share something that might, give you a sneak peek of what's to come from that project, right? Because I get into a lot of stuff early, because I got my desktop here for GMGN set up. What I'll do is I'll put my referral code. Guys, this is a great website. So I'm going to put my referral code in the comments, guys. And if you want to like trade and get in the trenches, use GMGN and use my referral code. But I got everything set up here where I can just pretty much go to any chain that I want to. Head over to my new pair page here. And pretty much every new thing that comes across my desk that pumps, it literally comes on this screen. Now, do I catch all of them? No, because sometimes I'm at the gym, sometimes I'm doing stuff. Sometimes I just don't got the extra money to buy every single cryptocurrency. But a lot of these things do come across my table, and we get in, right? If I don't get in, somebody gets in, right, and maybe makes money. It's high risk stuff though, guys. So if you don't got time or skin in the game, don't do this. Don't go to the trenches. If you like doing regular life stuff, stay away from the trenches. Buy spot and chill. If you ain't doing nothing and you like, man, I need to make some money, then you might want to get in the trenches, man. People start with $50, $100 and turn it into 10K, 20K really, really quick. But you got to know what you're doing, and you got to understand you can lose it as well. So guys, let me know what y'all think about it. I'll put my referral code for GMGN inside the comments. It's your boy Crypto Millie. I'll see you in the next one.